After key farmer meet at the Singhu border today, farmers' unions have postponed their November 29 tractor rally to Parliament. The Samyukt Kisan Morcha has written an open letter to Prime Minister Modi reiterating its demands and asking the centre to restart talks. The farmer unions will again decide and meet on December 4th to decide their future course of action. In fact, the farmers will continue to remain defiant on their demands, which they've reiterated today, which includes guaranteed law on MSP, withdrawal of cases against protesters, and compensation for families of deceased farmers, among others. Now, farmers from Rajasthan, Haryana and other states attended the meeting that came a day after their agitation completed 1 year. Meanwhile, after meeting Prime Minister Modi on Friday, Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar has confirmed that a law on MSP is unlikely. The two leaders held discussions over the 3 farm laws ahead of the upcoming winter session of Parliament. Khattar said that a law guaranteeing MSP on all crops would put pressure on the government.
संसद कूच का ऐलान किया था, तब 3 कानून रिपील नहीं हुए थे। उन्होंने पार्लियामेंट में विश्वास दिलाया है कि वो 29 को इन्हें रिपील करेंगे। हमने वेट किया है और ऐलान करते हैं कि 29 का संसद कूच संयुक्त किसान मोर्चा की तरफ से सस्पेंड किया जाता है, पोस्टपोन किया जाता है।
आज सरकार की तरफ से कुछ बयान आए हैं और मोर्चे ने उन बयानों पर विचार करते हुए यह निर्णय किया है कि 4 तारीख को दोबारा मीटिंग करेंगे। और जो हमने चिट्ठी प्रधानमंत्री जी को लिखी है, वो चिट्ठी आपके पास भी है, पूरी जनता के पास है और प्रधानमंत्री के पास भी पहुंच गई है। जब तक वो चिट्ठी की पूरी मांगे पूरी नहीं होती, हम संघर्ष करते रहेंगे। और 4 तारीख को अगर हमारी मांगे जो शेष है ना मानी गई, तो हमें कोई सख्त ऐलान करना पड़ेगा।
Right, so the farmers have announced that they will meet again on December 4th in order to decide their future course of action. They continue to remain steadfast on their demands, seeking a legal guarantee on MSP, most importantly, and withdrawal of cases that have been registered against protesters. Shreya Chatterjee, my colleague, is now live from Singhu border. She, in fact, was at that press conference, which was addressed by the Samyukt Kisan Morcha. Shreya, it appears that the government is not going to give a legal guarantee on MSP. That is what has been indicated by Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar. But the government has formed a committee which will be talking and reviewing about all of these aspects, including MSP, crop diversification, zero budget farming. Isn't that going to be enough for the farmers to call off their protests?
Well, Pauline, you know, it doesn't really seem that this is enough for the farmers, because they said that the announcement that was made by Narendra Singh Tomar, they did see that. However, they do not feel that it's a guarantee enough for a surety on MSP. But since the government has shown a positive step, they said that they have decided to postpone the 29th November tractor march that was scheduled to the Parliament because of that winter session to begin. However, now they say that on 4th of December they will take a final call, and they expect that the Prime Minister should respond to that open letter that they had written to him, sequencing the demand. So that is now what the SKM says. However, it's very unlikely that they will probably just agree on a committee, because they say they want a timeline on when the government will go ahead and make MSP a surety.
Right. So, Shreya there, of course, informing us that the farmers aren't going to accept just a committee. They do want the government to, in fact, come forward and hold discussions with them, sit at the table again and hold talks with them. As far as their future course of action is concerned, they will be meeting on December 4th in order to decide that. For their Parliament march on November 29, they have decided that they will meet again on December 4th in order to finalize what will be their future course of action. They want a guarantee, a legal guarantee on MSP in Parliament. Remember that the government is going to bring the 3 farm law contentious farm laws in Parliament in order to repeal them. It has been listed for business in Lok Sabha on the first day itself of the winter session of Parliament. Now, speaking of the farmers and their demands, what exactly are those demands? The first demand that they're making is bring a bill that guarantees minimum support price. That is what the farmers are saying. What they're also demanding is withdraw the electricity amendment bill. That is their demand, which they've written to the Prime Minister about. Withdraw cases against protesters. Again, saying all state governments that have registered cases against protesters, they should be withdrawing those cases. The fourth demand they make is provide compensation for deceased farmers' families. That is the fourth demand. And the fifth demand, which has been accepted by the government, is to decriminalize stubble burning. That's the fifth demand. The sixth demand, which they're making crucially, is sack MOS home Ajay Mishra over the Lakhimpur Kheri case. Now, Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar will move the Farm Laws Repeal Bill in the Lok Sabha on Monday. Tomar said that Prime Minister Modi has announced constituting of a committee to deliberate on the issues of crop diversification, zero budget farming and making the MSP system more transparent and effective. He also added that with the constitution of this committee, farmers' demand on MSP stands fulfilled. This committee will have representatives from farmers' organizations, and Narendra Modi, in fact, on November 19, when he announced that the centre has decided to roll back the 3 farm laws and appealed to the farmers protesting against the 3 laws to end their agitation, had announced this committee as well. The Union Cabinet on Wednesday cleared the Farm Laws Repeal Bill to be taken up in the upcoming Parliament session. Now, the bill approved by the Cabinet will be introduced in the winter session of Parliament on the first day itself on November 29.
प्रधानमंत्री जी की घोषणा के अनुरूप केंद्र सरकार की मंत्रिपरिषद ने इसे अपनी स्वीकृति प्रदान की है। संसद प्रारंभ के दिन तीनों कृषि कानून संसद में रिपील करने के लिए प्रस्तुत किए जाएंगे। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जीरो बजट खेती, क्रॉप डाइवर्सिफिकेशन, एमएसपी को और प्रभावी, पारदर्शी बनाने जैसे विषयों पर विचार करने के लिए एक समिति बनाने की घोषणा की है। इस समिति में आंदोलनरत किसानों के प्रतिनिधि भी रहेंगे। किसानों की क्रॉप डाइवर्सिफिकेशन और एमएसपी पर विचार करने की भी मांग थी। यह मांग इससे पूरी होती है।